In the 12th century, in the quiet village of Woolpit in England, an extraordinary event shattered the mundanity of rural life. Two children, unlike any seen before, appeared out of nowhere. Their skin was green, their clothes were strange, and their story defied all logic. Who were they, and where did they come from? This is the mystery of the Green Children of Woolpit, an enigma that has puzzled historians and storytellers for centuries. The story begins in the small agricultural village of Woolpit, located in Suffolk, England. Named after the wolf pits used to trap wolves, the village was part of the bustling medieval world. Life here revolved around farming, church services, and surviving the hardships of the 12th century. Medieval England was a land of mystery and superstition. Stories of fairies, spirits, and otherworldly beings were woven into the fabric of everyday life. And it was in this atmosphere of wonder and fear that the story of the Green Children unfolded. One day during harvest season, a group of villagers stumbled upon an extraordinary sight near the wolf pits. Two children, a boy and a girl, standing together, confused and frightened. What struck the villagers immediately was their unusual appearance. Their skin was green, a shade unlike anything they had seen before. Their clothes were made of a material that seemed foreign, even otherworldly, and their speech was completely incomprehensible, a language that no one recognized. The children were taken to the home of Sir Richard de Calne, a local landowner, where they became the center of attention. What followed only deepened the mystery. The villagers tried to feed the children, but everything they offered was refused. The children appeared frightened, clinging to each other and avoiding contact. Days passed, and their hunger grew. Finally, they found something they would eat: raw beans, which they devoured with great hunger. As time went on, the children began to adapt. The girl, in particular, showed resilience, learning to speak English and communicate with the villagers. The boy, however, grew weaker and tragically passed away shortly after their arrival. The girl's story, when she finally told it, was both astonishing and confounding. When the girl learned enough English to explain their origins, her words raised more questions than answers. She claimed that she and her brother came from a place called StMartinsLand, a world where the light was dim, like perpetual twilight, and everything was green. She described it as a place separated from this world by a vast river or barrier, and said they had been tending their family's flock when they heard a loud noise, like bells. The next thing they knew, they were near the wolf pits in Woolpit. Was StMartinsLand a real place? A hidden world beneath the earth? Or simply the imaginings of a frightened child trying to make sense of her ordeal? The villagers and Sir Richard were left with more questions than answers. Over the centuries, the mystery of the Green Children has sparked countless theories, each attempting to explain the strange appearance and the even stranger story. One theory suggests the children were part of an isolated underground or forest-dwelling community. Their green skin could have been caused by malnutrition, perhaps from a diet rich in specific plants that tinted their complexion. Their language and clothing may have been unique to their secluded society, explaining why they seemed so foreign. Could such a hidden community have existed in medieval England, cut off from the rest of the world? Another theory points to the Flemish immigrants who had settled in England during the 12th century. Many Flemish people faced persecution and violence, particularly after the Battle of Fornham in 1173, which took place near Suffolk. Could the children have been survivors of a Flemish family fleeing violence? Their green skin might have been caused by chlorosis, a type of anemia caused by poor diet. Their clothing and language could have been Flemish, unfamiliar to the villagers of Woolpit. But this theory doesn't explain the children's claim of coming from StMartinsLand, or their mysterious arrival near the wolf pits. For those who lean toward the fantastical, the children's description of StMartinsLand has led to speculation of a parallel universe. Could they have wandered through a portal, briefly crossing from one dimension into another? This idea may seem far-fetched, but for centuries, stories of such crossings between the human world and other realms have been a part of folklore. During the Middle Ages, tales of fairies and magical beings were widespread. Some believe the Green Children were linked to these legends. Perhaps they were fairy children, abandoned or sent to the human world for reasons unknown. Their green skin and strange origins fit neatly into these medieval myths, blurring the line between reality and folklore. Over time, the girl fully integrated into society. Her green skin eventually faded, and she grew up, married, and lived a seemingly normal life in a nearby village. Historical records suggest her descendants may have lived in the area for generations, but even she could never fully explain her origins or the strange events that brought her to Woolpit. The story of the Green Children of Woolpit leaves us with haunting questions. Where did they truly come from? What caused their green skin? And why did they claim to hear bells before appearing in Woolpit? Today, scholars continue to debate the story. Was it a misunderstood historical event? A reflection of medieval superstitions? Or perhaps something far stranger? For those who love a mystery, the Green Children of Woolpit remain a tantalizing glimpse into the unknown. Centuries later, Woolpit remains a small, quiet village. But its most enduring legacy is the story of the Green Children, a tale that blurs the boundaries of history, folklore, and imagination. What do you think happened to the Green Children of Woolpit? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories of the strange and unexplained.